have you guys stay right where you're at, but I am going to come around to each table and ask you which dispersant or which sorbent worked the best at removing the oil from the oil spill. So start thinking about a nappy and do a little quick chitty chat with your team because I'm going to come by and ask each station. So guys, right up here, which one do you think worked the best?
Really?
Really, truly.
The last one?
The last one they said dispersant.
Jumped in there.
And team right here. Alright guys, listen up please. What do you guys think worked the best? Dispersant. And right here? Dispersant. And you guys? Dispersant. What do you guys think worked the best? Dispersant. Dispersant. And teams over here, what do you guys have? And which one do you think worked the best? The cotton ball. Alright guys, I am super excited that they said cotton ball because when you put the dispersant in, did even one molecule of oil come out of the Gulf of Mexico?
No.
Nope, it's still there. Now the word disperse, what that means is to spread out. If I told you guys to disperse, it would mean to spread out. It doesn't mean cease to exist or vanish off this planet. It means spread out. Now before, when the oil was floating on the surface, you guys listed all those animals that would have problems. They were all ones right there that live at the surface. But now that the oil is dispersed and it's spread out all throughout the water, do you think that maybe now some of the things on the bottom might have problems?
Yes.
Yeah. How about all the fish and the sharks?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely them as well. Still the dolphins and the turtles. So now that it is dispersed, it's still there. It's just really, really spread out. But the reason I think you thought it worked is because when you first put it in, the oil dispersed. It seemed to go away. But did it really go away? No, it didn't. Now, a really big problem, the dispersant, the reason that's on there is because the last thing that BP did to try to clean up the spill was they put a dispersant out. Our dispersant was soap. Their dispersant is something called Cortex. Now, the crazy thing about Cortex is that that chemical that they sprayed out there is actually more harmful to some animals than the oil itself. Do you guys know that coral is an animal and not a plant? Yeah, it's an animal. And the little coral larvae with that cortex, it kills them, so they don't do so well. So that's a really big problem. Now, although the oil spill stopped 3 years ago, we are still going to be continuing to talk about this for the next 10 or 20 years because of this crazy thing called bioaccumulation. Now, does anyone know what bioaccumulation means? Or how about just bio? What does bio mean? Yeah. Life. Very good. If you were to accumulate wealth, does that mean you're very rich or very poor?
Poor.
Rich. So accumulate means to get lots of it. So bioaccumulation means to gather through life. So if we're thinking about things that are on the bottom of a food chain, like maybe plankton. Plankton that's floating out there in the spill, it's going to be soaking those contaminants into its body. But not at a very small level, because plankton are small little animals. Now, do you think that a fish that eats plankton is going to have more or less pollutants in it than the plankton? More, because it's eating something with pollution. It's eating a lot of little things with pollution. Now, how about the fish, the bigger fish that's going to eat that little fish? Is it going to have more or less pollution in it than the guy a step down? More. So every step up you go a food chain, the more pollution is going to bioaccumulate. Where do humans fit on a food chain?
At the top.
Yeah, at the tippy top up there. So, if we're eating some shellfish and some fish and some bigger fish, do you think that eventually some of this pollution could end up in our bodies? Yeah. Do you think we're going to be super healthy? No. So that's the reason that we're still going to be hearing about this spill for the next 10, 20 years. The oil is still out there. There's a lot of dispersant that's still out there. So it's going to continue to be a topic that people talk about. But what are some things we can do to help? I never like to leave anything on a bad note. What are some things we can try to do? Maybe not necessarily with that, but let's think about some other solutions to some of the water pollution. Yeah.
Like bring a bucket.
Yeah, that's great. We could definitely try to pick things up. We can get involved in cleanups. Maybe at your age, you probably aren't going to be out there in the hazmat suits. They might not let you sign a waiver for that one. But you guys could pick up trash that you find by the water. That's a big help. What else can we do?
Like some birds that can have oil on it.
Definitely. Like, you guys have probably seen, like on the picture of Dawn soap, there's a picture of a little duck that's all oily that they're cleaning. Because Dawn is a dispersant. It'll help gather the oil and then they rinse it off. That'll help them a lot. So we can get involved with helping wildlife. We can volunteer with not just the cleanup itself, but with animals and rehab centers. What about things you guys could do maybe at your every day of your life, maybe at your house, to maybe make less water get wasted? Any good ideas for this one? Yeah.
Take shorter showers.
Yeah, take shorter showers. Now, girls, before you freak out, you're like, no, but I need my showers. What if you just took 30 seconds of a shorter shower? Do you think that every single day 30 seconds would add up to a lot of water saved at the end of a year? Yeah, definitely. Do you think that would save your parents a little bit of money? Yeah. Maybe if you're smart, you'd be like, hey, Mom and Dad, can you give me a little bit of an allowance if I cut my showers down? Who knows? You're saving them money, right?